Hi everybody, it's Miss Carrie from the South Country Library. Today we're going to be reading two stories about giving and sending hugs. And after we are done, we're going to have a craft to show you how you can safely give and send hugs to your friends, to your family. So how about if we get started? The first book that I'm going to read is called Tiny T-Rex and the Impossible Hug. And it is by Jonathan Stutzman, and it is illustrated by Jay Fleck, and it is used with permission from Chronicle Books. Okay. Hello, Pointy. Are you okay? Just move that up so everybody can see. No, today I feel sad. I do not want to play. Oh, I wonder why Tiny T-Rex does not want to play. I have tiny arms. It is very difficult to hug with tiny arms. Each day I am growing taller, but my arms are still tiny. Hugging almost seems impossible for a Rex as tiny as me, but I will try anyway. Pointy needs me. Where is my father? I will ask him for advice. Hello, Father. See him sitting on top of his father's head? Rexes are thinkers, not huggers. Perhaps instead of hugs, mathematics might be the answer to your problem. Pointy does not like math. Math will only make Pointy feel worse. Oh, no. Hello, Auntie Junip. I have a problem. I must learn how to hug, but my arms are too tiny. I have found that balance is the key to every problem. Balance and freshly squeezed cucumber juice. That is disgusting. I will ask my mom for help instead. I have fallen and now I am lost. I do not think I will find my mother in here. Hello, Mom. Hello, Mother. Is he in the drawer? It's okay if you can't hug, Tiny. You are good at many other things. You are kind and creative and braver than most. You are tiny, but your heart is big. I cannot hug with my heart, Mother. I must learn to hug with my arms. Hello, sister. Hello, brother. Please help me. Hugging is very difficult. We'd love to help, Tiny. Oh, that's nice, brother and sister. To do the impossible, you must plan and practice. Practice, practice, practice. Thank you, Trixie and Rory. That is good advice. I will plan my strategy. Can you see he's planning his strategy on how to hug? I will get stronger. I will practice very hard. I will practice my hugs on everything. Look, he tried to hug the ice cream cone. I will not practice on that anymore. Uh-oh, he practiced on a cactus. I am almost ready. I will practice one more time. When I am done, I will find my friend. This tree is very big, like Pointy. I will hug it. He's gonna hug the tree. This is not a tree. I have made a mistake. Please help. From up here, everything looks tiny like me. I could hug anything I wanted. He's so cute. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now I am falling. I should not have let go. Now I will never find Pointy. Oh. Hello, Pointy. Hello, Tiny. I am here to make you feel better. I have practiced very hard and hugged many things. My arms are still tiny and my hugs are still tiny, but I will do my very best because you are my very best friend. That's very sweet. Thank you, Tiny. Where's he hugging him? Where's he hugging Pointy? He's hugging him on his head. That was the biggest hug ever. The end. So, even though he had tiny arms, he could still hug. He did his hugging in other ways. Our next book that we're going to read is called The Perfect Hug, and it is by Joanna Walsh and Judy Abbott, and it is used with permission by Simon & Schuster. The Perfect Hug. There are hugs for wrigglers and hugs for gigglers, hugs that are tickly and hugs that are prickly. But none is exactly the right hug for me. I'm out to find the perfect kind. Let's see if we can find it. How big is a hug? A bug may mean well, but how can I feel his tiny squeeze around my knees? A boa constrictor's hug, a bit stricter than any sort of hug, ought to be, at least for me. Ooh, he's squeezing too tight. A hug from a grizzly is big but scary. Grin and bear it, but do be wary. Then there's the question of arms. What's too many? Some have lots, and some not any. Look at the snails. And what about jellyfish with all those stingers? I'd hug her with rubber gloves on my fingers. None of these hugs is quite the height for, not too tight for, oh so right for me, but could there be hugs light years from here? Hugs we know nothing about, far out on stars in a galaxy, far, far away? How do they hug the Milky Way? What do you guys think? How do they hug on the Milky Way? I've tried them all. Short, tall, big, and small. You see that? Fantastic hugs, elastic hugs, gymnastic, enthusiastic hugs. But where will I find one that's just my size? One that will suit me down to the ground? One that will fit me all the way around? Where's he going to find it? I've roved the wide seas over and under, and still I wonder. Do you suppose there might be a hug right under my nose? What's the secret? Tell! Well, it's easy peasy, don't you know? It's 1 + 1. A hug takes 2. If you hug me, then I'll hug you. The end. So now we know how to hug, and if you stay tuned, there will be a craft to follow that we're going to learn how we can send our hugs.